Hello, I'm Russ Snyder, voice of the Dragons, and welcome to our 2017 look at Tiffin University softball. Joined now by Head Coach Jeff Nickerson. Coach, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, Russ. Thanks for having me.
Off season is basically over now. It's time to really start gearing up, thinking about softball. You're the coach. You think about softball all year, anyways. But let's take a look at your kids right now. Let's talk about what you got coming back. You know, softball all starts with up the middle. You got to be strong in the middle. Softball all starts with a kid on the mound. So let's talk about what you got pitching the ball this year.
Well, we got Kimmy Reynolds, who returns, and you know she's probably been one of our go-tos the last few years, and she's come into her junior year. We've worked really hard with her to develop a new pitch, so hopefully that will throw a little bit of a mixture to some of our GLIAC schools that won't be expecting, you know, because after a while you get to know a pitcher in your conference, and you kind of expect what they're going to throw pitch after pitch. So she's worked extremely hard in the off season to get herself to a different level, and also. Then we have Tiffany Snell, our Canadian, who's returning, who had a pretty decent freshman year, just didn't play with a lot of confidence, and she even says that she just felt scared a lot when she pitched out there. She didn't feel like, up in Canada, she was like that power pitcher, and that she struck, you know, 70% of the people out, and down here, it was a big adjustment for her when she couldn't do that at the college level because it's just completely different.
Yeah, right.
Now, you know, talking to her more, she says, now I'm going to be more happy just getting people out. I said, that's the goal, kid.
Right.
And she said, I only felt really comfortable 2 times that I pitched last year, and she still had an ERA under 2 point, you know, under 2 last year. So she's looked really good in the fall, and, you know, she can swing it pretty good. And then we also have 2 freshmen that are in. We have a girl who was from Georgia, Savannah Chalfant, who's come in. And she throws a lot of off-speed, change-up, drop curve. So she's just kind of different, but she can also throw it pretty hard. She still throws about 62, her fast stuff, but then her off-speed and her knuckleball is just it's pretty bad. And then we have April Bennett, who's kind of like a position player, pitcher. So she'll see sometimes she's kind of like that kid that we can bring in if we want just a little bit of a different look on the mound.
All right, well, that's the mound. Let's talk about defensively there. Start behind the plate and then talk about your infield and your outfield.
Well, behind the plate we have Allie Rock and Sam Ringwalt, both returners, both with a lot of game experience.
A lot of innings between those two.
Yeah, so I mean we're blessed to have them back and to be able to stay consistent back there. They both have worked extremely hard in the off season as far as our arm strength. That's something that I told both of them over at the end of the season last year for summer. You guys have to come back. We have to, you know, just be better at being able to throw more runners out at second base. So, and they both have done a great job there. Now, if we move on up the middle, this is where it really starts to become completely different, Russ. A lot of new looks. We got 11 new players on our roster this year, and I'm sure you guys have seen that.
That's a big number.
So it's a big number. So we'll be starting a freshman at shortstop this year in Brooke Lambert. Very athletic kid, very good ball player. So we look forward to having her there for the next 4 years if she goes out and does the job, you know, which I'm pretty sure that she's going to be capable of doing. Over at second base, though, we have a great new person in is Caitlin Erga, who is from Lake Erie, who played at Lake Erie for 3 years, graduated from Lake Erie, is now over here in our getting her master's degree here at Tiffin University. So we're very fortunate to have someone that has a little bit of experience, but not experience with us. Yeah. So it's basically
familiarity with some of your opponents as well.
And our defense is a little bit different than they ran at Lake Erie, so she's basically learning our system compared to what she's used to. But I always remember playing against her. I always hated pitching against her because she was always extremely tough.
It's nice to reverse the role.
Absolutely, yep. And then in center field we'll have probably Libby Crow, who returned last year. She looks a little bit stronger and a little bit more confident this year than last year. But still, last year she had a great year, and you know how fast she is. So.
Absolutely. All right, how about swinging the bats? Talk a little bit about what you think your strengths are going to be there as we continue our preview of Tiffin University softball.
Well, we got to go back with probably Michelle Poe, who was one of our leaders, you know, swinging the bat. You know, she'll play either at first base or be our DP for us this year. Jamie Sevenish, whose year was cut extremely short with that injury that she had. She was leading the team in hitting. I think she was about 395 when she went down, and you know had multiple stolen bases. And she's just a dynamic, quick little player. You know, she's only 5'1", but the kid can hit the ball out of the park. You know, and she showed that last year. She hit the top of the fence a couple times when she was slapping.
Wow!
And so you know, she can either slap it, bunt it, or you know, hit it over your head. You know, you don't know where you're going to play her, and it's extremely fast, and the kid can fly. So you know, getting her back in the lineup this year, you know, is a big boost to us. And some of the new freshmen we got in are really going to make a huge difference. And I think we're going to shock a lot of the teams because they're not going to expect what we have, and I think they're going to be a little bit shocked, I guess, basically, if I want to say it again, when they play us.
Tiffin University softball excitement abounds. It's getting started here in the spring. Got your trip down to Florida before you come back and face that tough GLIAC gauntlet, as it always is in just about every sport here on the Tiffin University campus. Coach Nickerson, thank you for your time. Go get them this year, and wish you girls best of luck for us. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
This has been your look at Tiffin University softball GLIAC preview of the 2017 spring campaign.